since we're going to be using these later on anyway, I'm going to go ahead and just push them back in here for now, just to get them out of the way a little bit. Alright, so they're back there. And now we're going to go ahead and just plug in these hard drives, at least power wise. And so Thermaltake actually did a great thing here. They put out, right out of the back, everything is easily accessible, so there's nothing in the way. So great job there. Alright, now we'll go ahead and plug in from top to bottom. And this is the power for the mechanical hard drives. It'll also be the power for the SSDs, but we're not there yet. Alright, and now just to make this look pretty, we'll go ahead and use some zip ties. Even though this is the back of the computer, and most, if not all people that ever see my computer will not see it, but I know it's there. I want to try to make it look as clean as possible. Alright, so we can see that here. All three hard drives are plugged in. But we'll get to that in 1 second. So now, if you remember earlier, we removed this hard drive cage. We're going to go ahead and use it again. We're going to go ahead and each of those cages brought 3 of these guys. So we're going to actually go ahead and use these now. But not in the way you're thinking of. You know, you can put hard drives here like I showed you down here. But I don't want to use that big cage just blocking some airflow, which, mind you, this does have holes so air can go through, but if it's not there at all, more air can go through, of course. So Thermaltake has actually done a really cool thing up here. And let's see if I do it right the first time. The SSD goes in a tray like this, and as I mentioned before, with the screws here. Using this, you see the little curve here? And then this, all we need to do is hang it up here, bring it down, you see? Your hard drive's right there, or your SSD's right there. Perfect. Alright, and so we'll go ahead and do the bottom as well. Alright, so for the bottom one, looks like we're going to need to take off this thumb screw. Not a big deal. It does look, because of these cables, I'm not going to be able to fit it in just like that, so I might have to turn it around. Yep, turning it around works just fine. If you don't mind the drive being turned around, I don't. It still works fine. I can connect my SATA cables down here, and my other SATA cables right here. Everything will be fine. Let's move on to some more cabling. So one other thing I did want to mention, since I did bring up these 2 hard drives, I showed you before that you can use these 5 1/4 bays for installing opticals. One other thing that you can use them for, in case you don't have opticals, or maybe only have one, is for this you're going to have to take the entire face off of, but that's okay, we can put it right back on in a minute. So you would undo this screw Undo both of these. This is for those people that have a ton of hard drives. Maybe you don't want to use the top 3 bay that I removed, or maybe if you have more than 6 mechanical hard drives or more SSDs, this case actually gives you another very cool option. We are all data junkies. Alright, if I slide this out, here you can actually put 2 SSDs. So let me show you that. I would put in my Kingston, match up all 4 holes, and then I would put my Intel in there. Match up all 4 holes, and there you can see I have 2 SSDs. So, and you can also do the same for the bottom optical drive. So you can have a total of 4 SSDs, or 2 more mechanical hard drives, and you're good to go. So they've given you a ton of features in this case. I'm going to go ahead and install the other SATA powers before I need them, because I know I'm going to need them soon. And for good measures, a Molex connection as well. Those are going to be all the connections we need right now. I'm going to go ahead and run the SATA connections now. Just start connecting them all. I'm going to go ahead and connect my SATA data cables. Put this one back here. This one up here. These will be for my SATA connection, for my SSDs. Just rest them up here for right now. And this will be for another SSD I have. Put this in the back as well. And then I'll install the 3 mechanical hard drive connections. And then I'll have 2 for the opticals. Every single port is taken up. I am going to take care of the optical drives first, since they are on the top, just to get them out of the way. I'm going to fish these 2 cables back here. So I'm just going to bring them up from down there, and then just put them back in here. Plug the first one in here. Second one up here, and then I'll clean that up in a little bit. And now let's take care of the SSDs, of the mechanical hard drives first. Actually, you saw I had these 2 for the opticals up on the top. So now I am going to put, let's see, these are the top 2. Okay, and these will be left for my mechanical hard drives. So I'm going to fish them through here as well. So I am going to clean all that up a little bit later on. But what I am going to do to make sure that it stays clean is just make sure that I'm fishing them in there nice and clean. Okay, and again, I will take care of that in a little bit. We have the 3 connectors here. Since we do have the power supply cable coming up from here, I'll just go ahead and feed them behind all these cables and just connect them one by one. Since these cables do have a little bit of an arc, they're not going to connect so easy here, but there's still an easy way to do it. So feed them up through here, kind of complementing the little arc there. Bring it up, turn it around. Alright, and the top one unfortunately has the same problem, so I'll just do the same kind of maneuver up there. And the bottom one, not exciting at all, does not have a twist. Because it has all these other cables running through over it, I decided to make that one the easiest one. Alright. There we go. Looking good. Alright, we'll come back to this a little bit later on when we clean it up totally. Alright. And now for the other 3 SSDs. Alright, so you can already see how that's starting to look pretty nice there. Alright, since we're done plugging all these guys in, now we can go ahead and finalize the SSD being up here. So let's go ahead and take one of those power connections. So we're just going to feed it up here for the optical drives.